Well, there is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone as dependable in the box as the man leading the line here.
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
As prolific as they come, Peter, another Dutch predator who has such a desire to be on the end of anything that comes into the box.
Van Nistelrooy. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Schneider. It's Xabi Alonso. Mbappe. Now it's Barcola. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Now it's Villa. David Villa proves just a little bit too strong. Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And now they can spring out of defence. He's in a great position here. Not the most... That could spell trouble. Look at the space. And Van Nistelrooy! Frimpong. Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Xabi Alonso. That's a cute ball. Now that's well seen too. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Barcola! Brilliant from Barcola! A finish of true class! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So we have the first goal. Goes for a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Villa deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And he welcomes it in. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner. Bilbao have the chance to go the other way. David Villa is onto this. David Villa was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
David Villa! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
And he's quick to snatch it back. Now it's Villa, now it's Schneider. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. It's their second corner of the game. Van Nistelrooy gets it away. Birmingham are looking to go forward now. Now it's Baturina. Pass somewhat off target. He steps in, and that's the end of that. He's gone for goal! Brilliant And from Reinders! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Birmingham are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And it's been shipped out wide. That's been cut out, well played. Birmingham have just about within shooting range. Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Bilbao are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Mbappe. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Villa. Time and again they are repelled. Looking for the run. It's a pretty loose pass. And that's put paid to a promising move. Andrić calmly anticipates. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Can he get on the end of this? And it's Sneijder. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Lovely, now then. And they're quick to get it back. And here's Mbappe. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And the whistle goes for half-time. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
And the action is back on the way.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull them back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Well read, nice interception. Xavi Alonso. Searching pass he's played there. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. He's on it, can he get away? Bilbao needed that, they really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
He is through here. Strokes it back. Now it's Sneijder. And he's been shifted off it. And he was quick to react. Robson. Well timed, excellent interception. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Robson. Nicely weighted ball. Alonso. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Palmer. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
60 minutes played. Frimpong gets into some space. Frimpong climbs up big! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Frimpong. Caceres. And it's Xavi Alonso. Robson looking for options for movement. Andrich wins the duel this time. He's a sharp little ball here. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Thinks about the shot. Tries to get it clear. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's hit the woodwork and out! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Schneider has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
El dorsal 18.
Bilbao have their third corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. The referee's awarded a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. Bilbao have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Threads one in, and he's in on Mbappe! It's in! That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Bilbao get themselves back into contention. Could be danger here. Frimpong. Into the last quarter of an hour. He can run onto that. He's found a way through. That's good play. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Camavinga did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking. Up he goes! Should have equalised.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
There's the shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
El dorsal 2.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
And that pass isn't the best.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one, and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, that's well spotted. And here's Mbappe. Just 5 minutes left.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Mbappe. Robson is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Van Nistelrooy. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go.
Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
And no, that was never going to make it. The final seconds now. And here's Van Nistelrooy.
Oh, great feat, that. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And that's that. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim? Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now it's Villa. A heavy challenge. Out for a throw. He's got away. Now this could be a chance. And this is Iwobi. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Gabriel, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
It's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Oh, easy pickings there. And he's let fly. So we're still where we started right now. What a throw in. Frimpong could try cutting inside here. It is a corner, good chance. And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's good running with the ball. Nice looking ball. That's good vision. Certainly not the easiest of chances, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he did so well to adjust himself, Peter. It was just a question of the amount of control he managed to get on it.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep, looking for options for movement.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
That's a little off target. Now it's Rice. He's a sharp little ball here. And it's Frimpong. Quick look, then plays it in. He's looking wide. Tries to pass it through. And he's through and all alone! Shot a goal! Now, who's going to be first to this? And here's Marmouche. And that's a good ball. Iwobi is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Rice. Now it's Raul.
Albania have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Now it's Havertz. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Rice has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
Yeah, and the ref told him it was coming, and he still failed to heed the warning. Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
And here's Xabi Alonso. Iwobi, real chance! It's there! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Iwobi, chance! He has done it! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Bilbao are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And this is Marmouche. And Marmouche! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And it's been taken short. And here's Kukçu. And the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Bilbao are looking to go forward now.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
That tackle was certainly sturdy. Kukçu! It's in! Deep into first half stoppage time, a crucial goal. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
This is threatening to become a really good... And a chance! He's got a goal! They are right back in business. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow.
Just a quick announcement. We would like to inform you that CCTV is now in operation for your safety.
Bilbao get the second half started. Raul, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Great ball if he can get there. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
This might spell danger. Spread out to the left. Cross, he gets his head on it! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Orezi. Well, that pass isn't the best. Iwobi. He's in space and looking for options. Oh, smashing header! Denied by an instinctive save.
Raul is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Threads one in, and it's made its way to him. Stood up well to him there. Kukçu. Now it's Villa. And the shot! Goal! Into the lead once more.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Bilbao take the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Bilbao looking to pass their way through. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
David Villa. Xabi Alonso. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Havertz in the hunt and looking threatening. And here's Xabi Alonso. Great vision. Oh, well played, well played. Great chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 3 coming up. And now a sudden chance to counter. That looks a decent ball, not the most accurate pass. Costa Curta promptly onto that, and that is that. Iwobi, Raul, Kukcu. McAllister is always looking to break lines. Xabi Alonso, and he's forced to go back. Out of play for a throw. Frimpong does well to get it back. Xabi Alonso has created one goal already. He is through here, looking for the run. And this is Iwobi. There's the delivery. Up he goes! Off the post!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Bellingham.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
And he's managed to get free. Chance to deliver. It's a mighty effort! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Caceres can get it clear.
Albania really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
That has been cut short. And it's Serginho. Oh, that's delightful. Fired deep towards the back post. David Villa looking understandably energised after his goal. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Substitutions taking place.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, what a climb! Oh, he's hit the bar! They've done it! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
And it didn't take him long. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. So a chance here. What can they make of it? An opportunity then to pull clear here. Now it's Mbappe. Tries a shot! The ball swung in. Gabriel. And we're done. Bilbao are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and they're...